right, so we are on page 72 and we are going to do some more of what we were doing yesterday. And so yesterday we were talking about fractions, and we were talking about the numerator is the top number that's represented and the denominator is the bottom number that's represented. So for this activity, I'm actually going to start at the bottom and I'm going to work my way up. So if you'll go to the bottom of page 72, and what we're going to do is we're going to start with, I'm going to do F, I'm going to do E, and I'm going to do D. You can't. I'm recording. Sit down. All right? So when I look at F, because F is the first one that we're going to do, I look at my denominator name. My denominator name is 5. So I have to think about turning this box and cutting it into 5 equal pieces. Well, if I cut it on every mark, that's 10. That's going to be way too many. And so if I think about taking the number 10 and cutting it in half, that's going to be 5. So I'm going to go every other mark. So let's partition that now. So I'm going to go to the second mark and I'm going to draw a line to the other second mark. There's one piece. I'm going to skip 2 and go to the fourth mark. Skipping 2 spaces, I'll be on the 6th mark. Skipping 2 spaces and I'll be on the 8th mark. Now I have 5 equal pieces. Once I have 5 equal pieces, I need to look at my denominator, which is 4, and how many will I need to shade in to show 4/5? 4 pieces. So I'm going to take one of my colors and I'm going to shade in 4 pieces. All right, so this picture now represents 4/5. 4 pieces are shaded out of 5. All right, if you did that, give me a thumbs up. Awesome. We're going to go over to E now. And when I look at E, the fraction that I see is 5/20. The first thing that I want to notice is my denominator. My denominator tells me how many equal pieces. How many equal pieces will I need to cut this picture into? 20. So this time, I want to think about cutting it into 10 and then doubling that, right? Because if I double the number 10, how many will I have? What's 10 plus 10? 20. So there's that doubling and halving vocabulary again. So this time we want to connect piece or line to line. Line to line. All right, and I'm going to double check and make sure that I have 10 equal pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 equal pieces, and if I double the number 10 by cutting it in half from here to here, now I have 20 equal pieces. So I've cut it and I doubled the amount. 20 equal pieces. So now that I have 20 equal pieces, I need to go to my numerator. My numerator is 5. And how many will I need to shade in this time? 5 pieces. So I'm going to take a different color and I'm going to shade in 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so we have 5/20 shaded in. If you have that done, give me a thumbs up. Owen, did you get that done? All right.
On the right page.
Now we're going to look at 8/10. Okay, so I look at my bottom number, and can I partition this into 10 equal pieces? Yes. So we just connect line to line again. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 equal pieces. And Colin, how many will I need to shade in this time? 8. So I'm going to take my color out, and I'm going to color in 8 of the 10 pieces. So we have 1, 2,
I can't see.
Sorry, I'm moving. I promise.
3,
Okay.
4, 5, 6,
I did not even get a chance.
7, and 8. Okay? When you have 8/10, can you give me a thumbs up? Your job. When you do this,
Camp, Landon, staff, and students. I sure do appreciate your patience, your flexibility today as we just.
okay, so now what we're going to do, what I'm expecting you to do, is I'm expecting you to look at each one of these fractions, and I'm expecting you to cut it based on the denominator name, and then I need you to shade in the top, okay? And if you can't remember how to cut it, you can look over on the other side where we did some cutting yesterday. So remember, we cut this into fifths, which we cut this one down here into fifths, so you have something that you can copy. We know that when you cut things into fourths, if you cut it in half first, and then you cut each one of those in half.
Wait, so with one, wait.
Yes. Or you can cut it in half this direction, and then you can shade it. And then you can cut this one into tenths, and we cut one into tenths here, so you have something that you can copy and model. After you do those 3 problems, I want you to go back to the top. I want you to cut these fractions here at the top.
We'll do all of them?
And shade. That's right. That is the direction for the rest of the assignment.
I have to roll with him, but I want to make sure give you points. Everybody deserves 1 or 2 points.
2.
I think 2.